Hello and welcome to this episode of Meta, which stands for Man, I really love discarding my entire hand to that really cool Emerald deck. Today we're going to talk about how to play in Ursula's Return meta without playing Ruby Sapphire or Emerald Steel. Let's check it out! I'm Trenton Wright. I topped some big Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and spent my entire life playing trading card games, which turns out doesn't make you any money or give you any marketable skills. So let's talk about the third meta deck that no one's talking about. And oh my god, it's been meta since set 1 and it's still meta. Look at that, we're going to talk about Ruby Amethyst. We just need to kick out these old yucky cards and add some really cool Ursula's Return cards. Nice. So you all probably know the meta right now is Emerald Steel and Ruby Sapphire. And it turns out Ruby Amethyst has a favored matchup against Ruby Sapphire. And it goes about 50-50 with Emerald Steel, positioning it to be one of the better decks to take to any tournament. On Pixelborn right now, I have a 62% win rate, if you round up, at Diamond Rating. I'm still refining the deck as I play more matches in hopes to get that win rate up a little higher. And hopefully, I'll have it ready in time to play the Lorcana Challenge in Fort Worth, Texas. Let's take a look at the list. For our 1-drop, we'll play Chernobog's Follower. Wow, what a surprise. It's just a solid 1-drop that replaces itself if you don't need it. For our 2-drops, we're playing only one Madam Snake. Honestly, I don't really like this card. I'm probably going to be taking it out in the near future. It just ends up in my inkwell like 99% of the time. Bouncing my cards is nice, but I'd rather just, keep them on the board. They do a lot of good things while they're on the board. And a 3/3 isn't really worth removing my own characters from the board. Most of the time, I'd rather just play some of my other 2-drops in the deck like Flynn Rider, Lumineer, and Magic Carpet. Flynn Rider is quite good because you have a lot of high-strength characters in this deck. And it turns out both Ruby Sapphire and Emerald Steel don't really play a lot of characters with high strength. A lot of the times, Flynn Rider by himself on turn 2 will trigger his own effect. Lumineer helps all your characters get good trades. Heck, it lets Madam Min trade with Maui. It lets your Chernobog Follower trade with Ursula. It also protects them all from that pesky ice block play, and he synergizes well with Flynn Rider, making his effect easier to trigger. Magic Carpet, I'm not really sold on yet. It's just kind of in here as an answer to Diablo. I'm really just playing him because he's an evasive that can quest and is also inkable, so that way if I'm not playing against the Diablo, I could just put him in the inkwell. We'll see if he pans out. This is kind of a new addition. For the 3 cost, we have Brawl, Sisu, Emboldened Soldier, and Madam Min Fox, Friends on the Other Side, and Maleficent. Brawl is a bad card, but you have to play it in the meta. There are no other Ruby cards for you to play to deal with Diablo or Ursula. So even though it feels terrible to waste your entire turn 3 playing Brawl, it's your only option. You have to do it. Luckily it's inkable, and luckily it's not a song, so it can't be ripped out of your hand by the 2-cost Ursula. Against Emerald Steel, you should be mulliganing for Brawl because you need to hit Ursula and Diablo. Against Ruby Sapphire, you need Brawl in order to deal with Haram Flavorsham. It ensures that your opponent doesn't get those quests to draw extra cards. Sisu Emboldened Warrior is probably the most underrated card in the game right now. Remember, 3-cost cards typically have a stat line of 3 strength, 4 willpower, and 1 lore. This guy normally comes out with 4 strength, 4 willpower, and 2 lore. Its stat line is just ridiculous in comparison to other 3-cost characters. And this guy pretty much guarantees Flynn Rider's effect is going to go off. Yeah, we're also playing those other Amethyst cards that everyone plays. Pretty cool. 4 costs are Merlin Rabbit and Queen's Castle. I don't think I need to say too much about these guys, just know that Queen's Castle is essentially your win condition against Ruby Sapphire. 5 costs is Maui. You're pretty much eking him against Ruby Sapphire, but he's great against the mirror match in Emerald Steel. Because against Ruby Sapphire, if your opponent is questing, it's already too late. Wow, the 6 costs, what a surprise! It's 4 Lady Tremaines and 4 Madame Medusas! It's almost as if this meta is full of a ton of toxic cards like Ursula, Haram Flavorsham, Diablo, Bucky, Beast, and Robin Hood. 7-drop, oh wow, be prepared. Look at that. We're playing 3 of them because you want to draw 1 every game. 4 is kind of, you start drawing 2 in one game and then you just kind of lose because you got 2 of them and you get kind of sad about it. Anyways, let's sleeve up. Digitally sleeve up and play some games. All right, let's get into it. Let's play some games. 3, 2, 1. We'll see how long it takes to get through these and then we'll decide how many we're going to do from there. Got my root beer here, killing it with it, All right, what a surprise, Emerald Steel. Let's see if we can go ahead and test these new Magic Carpets out and see if they're worth anything. So we got Brawl, which is exactly what we want. We don't want non-inkables here because we just need to be inking every turn. Maui, we don't really like it, but we do like Lumineer and Flynn Rider. Flynn Rider is going to apply a lot of pressure early. We got our 1-drop, so I think this is going to be pretty solid. Honestly, I'm going to keep one of the rabbits because everything else in my hand is great. Rabbit's really good in the matchup. If I can get to turn 4, it helps me keep my hand full. And we really can't complain about this. We're going to get rid of Maui right off the bat and play Chernobog's Follower. Also going first helps it out so that way he doesn't just demolish me with his freaking a Diablo turn 2, because it plays Diablo turn 2, he'll get 1 draw, but then I'll be able to immediately brawl it. Whereas if he's going first, he gets 2 draws off of it before I can answer it, which makes me sad. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of Madam Mim, inking Madam Mim here, because these 2 cards are better than Madam Mim, and we have to keep brawl. So we'll play Flynn Rider here. Debate about questing for 1. You know what? We will quest for 1 here. We're not going to get rid of him, because if he wants to trade his Robin Hood into my Chernabog follower, I'm actually really happy with that. Because that means his turn 3 play won't be to shift out the other Robin Hood and own me, essentially. Yeah, so he obviously didn't want to do that. I understand. And so this turn, if I were to play... So this turn, I cannot leave a guy tapped, because he's going to be playing out his Robin Hood. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can draw a better inkable guy here, as we don't really need that follower anymore. And so we got the Madam Mim. Really not a bad card, but I think we're going to go ahead. It's either him or the Flynn Rider. We're going to ink the Flynn Rider here, and we're going to go draw 2 cards, trying to really just get somewhere. Got to be prepared, so that's nice, and then we're just going to head and pass, because he's likely going to shift into Robin Hood right here. Well, he would have if I tapped my Flynn Rider. I'm not 100% sure he'll do it now, but no, he did. Unfortunately, I don't really have an answer to him. He's going to sing a Storm Rage on to get rid of my Flynn Rider. I guess he's scared of that card. Good for me, honestly. He doesn't have a lot of his discard engine going yet, so it's really not a bad time for me. I'm going to ink my Queen's Castle and debate if I play Merlin or Sisu. Or I'm going to go ahead with Sisu, just because he's got a relatively good amount of cards, and hopefully my Sisu will be able to take out Robin Hood with the help of Lumineer, or he'll just die immediately to Along Came Zeus, which more than fine then. He's not questing with Robin Hood, which is good for me. I have Brawl for that, so I'm happy, and it's on a turn where I don't essentially have to pass. I don't have to essentially pass here, because I can still play my Lumiere, which is good. It looks like we'll be making it to turn 7. Hopefully, he might rip my Be Prepared out of my hand, but if he doesn't, we're going to be making it to turn 7 and just be preparing this board. And more than happy, we are more than happy for him to be using his removal spells instead of questing with Robin Hood. If he was questing with Robin Hood every turn, it'd be at like 12 lore right now, and it'd be pretty hard to come back. But because he hasn't been doing that, he's been singing instead. It's kind of giving me the opportunity to build or essentially not be super far behind. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm like thinking at the same time. We're gonna obviously, I think we're gonna keep Be Prepared here. Yeah, I think that's probably the best card to keep. We're gonna lose both of them, but hopefully he doesn't have the last Ursula to rip the Be Prepared out of my hand. I just draw an equal play Be Prepared. I got to draw with Merlin Rabbit, and we're kind of in an okay spot. Through the Inkable, so we're gonna just go ahead and make that play. This guy doesn't get to draw, I'm pretty sure, right? It's only when he's banished in a challenge. Yep, it's only when he's banished in a challenge. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this board. And now we're both top decking, which more than happy about. And honestly, the Brawl, so if he's playing Diablo right here, I should be okay. It's gonna be another Robin Hood though. Robin Hood can't deal with that card, so we're gonna just play it immediately. He's gonna see my Brawl in hand, and hopefully I draw a strong. Ooh, that's rough. That is rough right there. So we're just gonna have to pass turn again. Luckily, the Queen's Castle slowed down his questing. Hopefully, I can hit something. I honestly might have been worth it to play Brawl on the Diablo, but opted not to. And we'll just do this, and we will take the Diablo out. And I understand that he's going to trade back in with Robin Hood, but there's not much I can do about that. I need to top deck Lady Tremaine or Madame Medusa. I have a ton of them in my deck, so shouldn't be too hard. It's kind of weird that he, I don't know why he opted to do that instead of just attacking it. His guy would have lived, and that was a misplay on his part. If he would have just attacked it, his guy lives, and he's got a 3/1 essentially still left over with the question for 2. It's just better. I don't know why he would opt to do that. I'm in a pretty bad situation right now because realistically, at some point, he's just going to draw a beast, and I'm going to lose. He's trying to get my brawl out of my hand. Nope. Not gonna happen, bud. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and quest, get rid of the Diablo, and then he's probably gonna top deck a beast, and I'm gonna lose the game. Very good top deck. Gets rid of my Be Prepared, but hopefully mine's better. Hopefully I come out on top with a Lady Tremaine right here. Okay, this is what we like to see. And we'll play Chernobog Follower. We obviously can't quest here because he'll double swing into Lady Medusa, and I don't want to see that. Wow. Okay. I mean, not really a problem. I already played my one Be Prepared that I needed. My Chernobog Follower is going to get me another card, and the Maui's going to be able to take out that Robin Hood. Now I'm looking like I'm in a pretty good spot. Yeah. So we'll just go ahead and swing there. He'll get to draw the extra card. But, I mean, at this point, he's got 2 1/3s, and then, like I said, he's got to play a beast. Hopefully he quests with his Ursula, so that way they're not defending the beast that he eventually draws from Lady Tremaine. Or hopefully I draw Madame Medusa early enough. We'll see what he decides to do with these Ursulas. Okay, we'll obviously hit the Ursula. I think he drew a beast, so I'm actually just gonna not play either of these because I'm gonna have to discard Lady Tremaine when he plays beast from Bucky, and then I'll have to use Madame Medusa to get rid of the beast. Okay, not as bad as I thought. Lady Tremaine, less valuable in the matchup. Let's see what he decides to do here. So do I want to lose? So here's kind of interesting because I have to think about, do I want to lose my Maui or do I want to lose 2 lore? Like, which one's going to be more valuable to stop this this questing? Honestly, I think it's going to be a race. So yeah, and then the only scary part, if he plays beast here, I lose my Madame Mim. So it's kind of like, do I ink it? I think I'm just going to risk it because I don't think being at 8 ink will win me the game anyways. So I'll just stay at 7, have the chance that I'm discarding a card. And if he had the beast, he probably would have already played it forever ago. This card's probably like some removal spell. That's probably not that good. So we're just going to keep playing what we got and questing away. So this is crazy, right? So this is a 3-drop coming in super late game. Opponent only has 1 card in hand, and it's still a 2/4 for 2. That's still base stats for a 3-drop, right? If you have 2 lore, they're always a 2/4, and so he's still good. And then if my opponent somehow manages to draw more cards, And I'll be able to make him even stronger. But this should be it for him. We'll see. Okay, he's got the Bruno. He's gonna be getting rid of my Sisu, huh? Instead of the 4-4 or the 3-4. Just kind of crazy. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and swing in, double swing in, or because he's gonna lose if he doesn't. And then he's just going to be playing into my 4-4. He's got 3 turns right now. Let's see if I top deck something. I'm obviously just gonna keep playing what I top deck because the chances of me having to discard it are high. And he's got to answer both or one of my characters right now, or he loses. Let's see if he can do it. There's a lot of removal in his deck. I wouldn't be surprised if he can. But realistically, I'm just going to keep top decking creatures because there's not a lot of non-creatures in my deck. Or non-characters, I'm sorry. It looks like we got it. Nice. I mean, that was a close one. We came down to top decking. Luckily, his Bucky was late, and I had the brawl early on. I'm actually going to wait a couple seconds because I don't want to show you guys 2 matches of Emerald Steel, which is probably going to be 2 matches of Emerald Steel, but if I queue immediately, I'm probably just going to queue back into him. So we'll give it like 1 or 2 seconds and talk about what's going on. All right. Oh yeah, if you like this type of video, man, go ahead, subscribe. Took me forever to edit this video. Probably spent 6 hours editing. I guess that's not that long in the grand scheme of things, but considering how much other stuff I have to do, I got tons of college homework I gotta do too. It's rough out here. All right, so it looks like we're playing against Mufasa most likely. And against Mufasa, we don't really care about Brawl. We don't really, honestly, I kind of want to keep the Magic Carpet just because it's kind of interesting. He won't really play a lot of characters. So the fact that I just get the quest every turn seems pretty decent. I kind of want to get Flynn Rider, honestly, though. So I'm going to get rid of the Madame Medusa in hopes to get the Flynn Rider. We're going to keep Merlin because just Merlin is just a good card. Be prepared. It's very important in the matchup, so I'm happy seeing that. And I don't really know what I want to get rid of here. I kept the Magic Carpet, but I might just ink it right here. I'm going to ink the Queen's Castle. I think the Queen's Castle is probably better than the Magic Carpet, but truthfully, he's probably already got like 7 Mauis in hand, so probably wouldn't stay on the board anyways. He's going to play the injured Mulan. We'll go ahead and quest, draw my card. And I mean, that's the reason Chernobog Follower is so good. It's just free, right? So like, this is hard, right? Because I want to play you so I can keep drawing cards with Merlin, but then at the same time, now he's just so good in the matchup. I have to keep him. Yeah, Chernobog Follower is so good, right? Like, so you get the 1 free. That's essentially free lore right there, and it makes your deck 59 cards instead for the cost of 1. It seems pretty okay. And then also, if you're playing against the aggro matchup, it serves that purpose where it kind of stops your opponent from doing anything. Tempting to hit into this, honestly. Honest consideration is to hit into it. We don't really need Brawl in the matchup. We're not going to hit into it though, as I think this is going to pose more of a threat, just questing for 1 every turn. As pretty soon he won't be able to quest because my character, my Sisu, is threatening what is it, 7 attack right now? Yeah, a 3 cost 7/4. That's fair. Truthfully, I kind of want to sing next turn, but if I draw anything inkable, then I won't have to. And he's obviously trying to get the Rapunzel turn. He's got an answer to my Magic Carpet, which I'm honestly okay with. Don't really care that he kills my Magic Carpet. Now what's tempting here is to quest for 2, because if I quest for 2 here, let's see, Rapunzel's next turn. Rapunzel next turn, you'd have to trade both of his guys into it. Yeah, we're completely okay with that. So we'll quest for the 2 here. And then we'll lose our magic carpet, and we'll see what happens to Sisu. Maybe he dies, maybe he doesn't. Well, I'm about to find out, huh? And we'll probably be singing next turn with my Merlin Rabbit, as we don't really care much about the Merlin Rabbit. He's a cute little rabbit, but sometimes if he dies, you know, he draws me another card, which we kind of like. Yeah, we'll see if he decides to trade both the guys into Sisu to get rid of it, but I don't think he will, as Mulan poses a massive threat on turn 5 with a shift. So I kind of have to stop questing here, but we'll see what happens. That's an interesting draw. So yeah, we're definitely going to. So he's trying to bait me into shift with Mulan. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter that much, because if I hit here and then he shifts into Mulan, he kills my Sisu and my Merlin. But I also kill his Mulan, so it doesn't really matter. I guess he inks. He draws. Yeah, that'll be at 8, and then he inks to go down to 7, and then go down to 6. Yeah, I trade with his Mulan still, and then I get to play my Queen's Castle, which now I guess I have Merlin Rabbit attached to it. So now he's kind of forced. He's kind of forced to not play Mulan and instead probably play Maui to get rid of the Queen's Castle. And once he plays Maui, my Sisu gets to kill it. I guess he trades Mulan into Sisu, yeah, and then Maui and Rapunzel into my Queen's Castle. And we'll just go ahead and play our Maui. Get Brawl put away. Use our Maui to take out his Rapunzel. And then we'll play our Chernobog follower. I'm tempted to quest with Merlin Rabbit, but his Maui is now forced to attack my Maui, so I get the 2-for-1, whereas he would just attack my Merlin Rabbit if I did. If I quest there, he attacks my Merlin Rabbit, and then I have to attack his Maui. So essentially I'm losing Merlin Rabbit for no reason. I want the extra draw, but getting the extra draw in that manner is probably not really worth it, so I'll wait. Yep, here comes the draws. More Rapunzels to get to great times. I really need to draw something to bounce my Merlin Rabbit so I can get more draws. I need to draw more draws. I need a top deck of more draws. Well, I got 2 draws to get them. And there's, you know what, still 3 friends on the other side. I think 3 cards that bounce. And we unfortunately didn't see any of them, so we'll just play you. Double Lantern, honestly, not that big a deal. This might be a be prepared turn. No, it's not. It's not. This is too easy to deal with. Yeah, this is too easy to deal with for it to be a be prepared turn. So what is he playing next turn? He's playing he's at 10 next turn, so he's gonna be playing Maleficent. But Maleficent doesn't really do anything for me. So this is what I'm talking about. Lumineer is just so good. Look at this. Now Sisu can kill Rapunzel, and now Merlin can kill Mulan. And it's just a free wipe where I would normally have to have used a Maui in order to get that clear. But instead I get to keep my Mauis in hand because the chances of me having to be prepared pretty soon here is high. Lady Tremaine, obviously going to be sacrificing the rabbit. Drawing my card, not a problem. And now he can't do anything with his Gaston because he doesn't want to lose it to my Sisu. See what he decides to do here. I mean, the fact of the matter is I get a quest for 2. So I might just quest and pass. No real reason to go crazy. We're gonna end up inking one of these later down the road anyway, so we'll just do it now. And then this is where I debate it. Do I want to just be prepared or do I just do it next turn? I think we'll just do it next turn. As he's probably going to try to, you know, he's probably going to clear this board, right? I would imagine, but then I get a lot of value just from playing Be Prepared this next turn. Yeah. So the reason we sacrifice here because he kills it anyways, and we get one more. I understand that he gets 2 lore now because of it, but it also might appeal him into playing another character for my Be Prepared to hit. I don't think it will, but the odds are there, you know. So we'll go ahead and get our 1 and go ahead and play Be Prepared. We'll just hold everything in hand. Whatever he plays is going to get Lady Tremaine, and kind of in a good spot. I mean, this could be anyone's game right now, though. 100%. There's a lot that could happen here. So the thing with my playing Lady Tremaine here is it's almost guaranteed my Lady Tremaine is not going to make it. So I'm kind of tempted. Yeah, I'll just ink the Magic Carpet and go Maui Sisu. And that kind of makes it so next turn, if I draw an inkable, I can play Lady Tremaine, bounce Lady Tremaine, and kind of keep myself doing this Lady Tremaine play. It's not that threatening. He's going to be playing the Maleficent he's had in hand for a while now. Oh, he's going to be playing the Sisu. That was kind of what he was trying to do, huh? So is it worth the play to do the bounce? I mean, he doesn't really have it's an interesting choice, right? Because he doesn't really have a way to wipe my board. So just holding longer is fine. He's going to be trying to trade my Maui. Oh, it wasn't fine. It wasn't fine. Oh, I'm so bad. I should have saw that coming. I should have saw that coming. But he obviously just quests for 3 here, right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, if my Flynn Riders come off the top, I'm in pretty good shape. I'm gonna go ahead and see where that takes me. I'll go ahead and draw 2 more real quick. And it looks like I'm in Lady Tremaine land. Which isn't the worst place to be, also not the best, because it's just going to kill Flynn Rider. It's debatable, do I swing first and then play it? I probably do swing first. And then just play Madame Medusa to get rid of that. Yeah, we'll probably just do it like that. So that way if it Stitch quests, I can kill it and not lose my Maui. That might have lost me the game, honestly, letting him get that Rockstar Stitch. Yeah, letting him get that Rockstar Stitch play. It was such a weird play for him to just play the Sisu for no reason. And I should have recognized that, and I didn't. And I'm gonna lose the game for it, unfortunately. But it'd be like that sometimes, you know? Definitely gonna, yeah, I definitely lose the game for that. Not seeing that Rockstar Stitch, not playing that Lady Tremaine, getting that board, getting that one of those characters, even though it would have just killed the Flynn Rider, but he wouldn't have gotten the draw to, and looks like it would have drawn into another Lady Tremaine probably before he could have gotten his second draw off. So we're just kept getting even better and better. Thank God he didn't play his character before he decided to make that attack, as I would have been in a very bad spot. Okay, so he's gonna allow me to take that out, play this, which he will sacrifice Sisu, obviously. You know, we're just gonna keep going, drawing cards, keep going wide. Hopefully I can catch back up. I don't think so, though. We'll see what happens. He's gonna play 2. Okay, gonna heal up to draw the card, and that card's really not very good. Not really worried about that card. It does protect him from Lady Tremaine though, so that's kind of a good for him type of thing. I mean, at this point I just have to erase him, and I don't think I win this race. So I get 3 next turn, then Lady Tremaine will die, and yeah, Lady Tremaine will die. Honestly, if I keep drawing these Lady Tremaines, maybe I could race him. He sacrifices his 1/4 here. And then next turn, I essentially do the same thing, play Maleficent again, play Lady Tremaine again. There's really no reason to go up to 10 here, because I could play 2 cards a turn essentially no matter what at this point. Gets another heal, gets another draw card, another protection against Lady Tremaine. Really not bad. Doesn't have enough ink to play Maleficent, luckily, but he can ink right now and get to Maleficent. He's gonna go ahead and try to kill my. He's gonna kill my Maleficent. He's going to quest. Okay, so he knows that. So I now have, let's see, 3, 4, I have to kill 2 of his guys, which I cannot do. And even if I could, like, I'm essentially throwing everything. I mean, I could kill 2 of his guys, but I'm throwing everything into killing 2 of his guys, and then I just lose the following turn anyways. The only real answer right here is if I play Maleficent and I draw in to be prepared. which I'm insane, obviously. Obviously, I knew I was going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, we're back in business, boys. Back in business. We'll play Lady Tremaine. Lady Tremaine, whatever he plays. Play Madam Mim, bouncing it back. And we'll see where that takes us. Can I do all of that? Okay, so he's questing for 3 right now. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can't do all 3, but what I can do is Lady Tremaine, Flynn Rider, or I could do Madam Mim, Flynn Rider. So I have to think what's most likely coming out of his hand. If it's a 3 attack, he must have nothing in his hand, right? It's either the only card that he could have in his hand that he wouldn't have opted to play over these guys is Madame Medusa or Maleficent. So I think the play is to play him and then play my Flynn Rider, because if Flynn Rider triggers, I win next turn. And we'll see if he triggers. Chances of him trigger kind of low. He has like Mufasa, Lady Tremaine. He's got Lady Medusa. He's got that guy. He's got all these good cards. I don't know why I conceded. I was actually curious to see there if I would have triggered Flynn Rider, because I draw a card. Would my Flynn Rider trigger before his Sisu gains attack? Because if his Sisu gains the attack, then I no longer get the Flynn Rider proc. Well, I got lucky there. Honestly, I should have lost. I had that misplay. That was really bad, and I should have lost that game. Like allowing him to get the Carefree Surfer Stitch out should have lost me the game. But luckily it didn't, and we're going into Steel Emerald again. The only deck that exists in the world that is very, 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 very fun to play against. So we're going to get rid of, honestly, 4. We're going to keep this set up because it's really strong in the matchup. But if I don't draw Brawl, I lose. So maybe this is just like not good enough in the matchup, honestly, because this all just dies to his removal spells. And if I don't draw Brawl, I lose. So I'm just going to mulligan here and hope I can get Brawl. Nope, didn't get it. So I probably just I didn't get Brawl or Magic Carpet. So I probably just lose. If he's got Diablo, the game's over. And then I also don't have anything I can play until turn 3. So I don't know. It's hard to say, right? Because like I'm sitting here and I know the matchup where I have to draw these cards, but now I did a really bad mulligan to where I don't have playable cards until turn 3, whereas I could have kept my playables on turn 2. So it's just a rough thought, right? Hopefully I top deck Brawl if he's playing Diablo right here. Yeah, hopefully I top deck Brawl. Likely won't, but hopefully I do. I don't. So we're gonna get rid of one of these Sisus, and normally you'd say, well, play Sisu here, but you're actually gonna draw the 2 cards because I'm trying to draw into Brawl before Diop. If I wait until next turn to draw the 2 cards singing it, then he gets the 2 cards also. So I need to draw into I need to make the draw. Obviously Flynn Rider is not going to do anything this game. And he's just going to be questing away. Puts me up to turn 4. So I guess we'll play him. Play this. because it doesn't die to a lot of the removal. It's got 4 health, which means it's got to play a Long Game Zeus in order to get rid of it. And I mean, maybe we make it to turn 7 and get a good Be Prepared turn, but it just doesn't seem likely here. I mean, I just need this brawl to come off the top, but it probably won't. I mean, at this point, it saves me. Honestly, at this point, if I do draw the brawl, I'd probably just play it on Ursula instead of Diablo. Again, nothing I can really do, so we'll just go ahead and ink Lumiere and play Maui. Pass. It's just another card that most likely will survive whatever song he plays. And then next turn I can Madame Medusa his Diablo, and then sing my friends on the other side. And then he'll probably immediately play a second Diablo or a Beast or something like that. Okay, goodbye Maui. Let's see, probably goodbye Sisu as well. Yep. And then he's gonna draw another card. But on the bright side, you know, he didn't quest there, which gives me hope. I'm hoping I draw an inkable so I don't have to get rid of friends on the other side. But we're gonna get rid of friends on the other side and draw an inkable, and pray we draw an inkable because we need both of these cards. Hope he doesn't have a Floodborn. If he has a Floodborn, I lose my Be Prepared, and it's my only opportunity to win. And he does, so that's going to be it. And that is why Diablo is such a bad card for the game. I mulliganed my entire hand into an unplayable hand, still didn't draw Diablo or Magic Carpet, my 2 answers in my deck, and he turn 3's his Diablo, and I just immediately lose because I can't answer it until turn 6. It's a disappointing meta because of that. But, you know, it is what it is. If I have Brawl, I win, or Magic Carpet, you know, there's a chance. Magic Carpet probably doesn't survive because of the other cards, and that's likely why I need to put Peter Pan in the deck over Magic Carpet, because Magic Carpet just, on turn 2, if I play Magic Carpet turn 2 and then he turn 3's Diablo, he's probably gonna just let the Storm Rage on my Magic Carpet. But at least it'd be Storm Raging on my Magic Carpet on turn 3 instead of playing Diablo, and that gives me another turn to draw into Brawl, maybe. So maybe it works out. But anyways, that's 3 games. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like this kind of stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video.